Good morning, students. We have finished our one chapter from the PT2 syllabus, that is chapter number 6, algebraic expression. Now today we are going to start our new chapter, that is chapter number 7 is linear equation. Students, in previous chapter we have discussed algebraic expression, constant, variables, and in this chapter we will discuss and we will learn information about linear equation, finding a solution to the equation and some word problems. So first of all, student, before starting this linear equation, we will discuss about the equation. What is equation? Students, if a algebraic expression verify with the two statement, that means that is equation. What are the two statement? It will be balanced on equal side. Okay, the first thing that we have to mention, it will be balanced on equal sign. Second, if at least one variable, how? Now I'm going to explain. 2x plus 5 equals to 7. So this one is called equation. This algebraic expression called equation. Why? Because it fulfills the two conditions. First condition, the equal sign between the two statement. Second one, at least one variable should be there. So this is our equation. Okay. If in any equation only one variable is there, that is called our linear equation. Okay. In another way, the equation with one variable. Okay. So I'm going to write another example. 2x plus 3y equals to 8. This is also an equation, but in this equation, students, we have used two variables, x and y. So this is equation with having two variables. Okay. Now another example, x plus y plus z equals to 0. Now this is also our equation, but in this equation we have used three variables. So this is equation with three variables. So in this chapter, students, we have discussed the equation with one variable, that is called our linear equation. In equation there are two statements, two aspects. One is the left hand side, that means the left side of the equal sign. Another one is right hand side, that means the right side of the equal sign. Okay, and when it call an equation, whenever the solution of left hand side should be equal to the solution of the right hand side, in that condition only our algebraic expression is called equation. Okay, so let's start our linear equation with one variable, and we will more discuss this one with the help of questions of our exercise. Okay, so let's start our exercise. Exercise number 7.1, they have given some example. Which of the following are linear equation in one variable? So let's start this one, stream. The first one is 9x equals to 10. Yes, this one is a linear equation. Why? Because one variable is used in this one. Okay. Now second part they have given 3x square equals to 14. This is not a statement, because in one variable the degree of the equation should be 1 only, but here the degree of equation is 2. Because the power is here 2, so this is not a linear equation. For the linear equation, one variable should be there. Second thing, the degree of variable is only 1. Okay, is third example. Third part of question number 1. 2x plus 3y equals to 6. This is also not a linear equation, because two variable we have used in this one. Fourth one, 14x plus 6 equals to 8. Yes, this is linear equation because one variable we have used in this question. So students, like this we have to find out in the rest part of the question. Like fifth part. In fifth part they have given the degree of expression is 2. They have given 6x square minus x equals to 20. It's not also a linear equation. Sixth part, p square plus p equals to 2. No, the degree is 2. So that's why it's not a linear equation. It's seventh one. 2x square plus 3x equals to 6. Same degree is 2. So this one also not a linear equation. Eighth part, x by 4 plus 1 equals to 6. Yes, this one is a linear equation. Why? Because the one variable is there. So like this, students, we have to observe all the rest questions. Okay. Now then after we are going to discuss is question number 2. In question number 2, they have given a linear equation in the form of the statement, and for the statement we have to write an equation. So student, this is very important part of this one. If we understood how to make the equation, then easily we can find out the solution of that equation. So let's start how to write the statement. Now question number 2, the first part. Thrice a number is 48. Student, here we are writing variable for unknown values. Those values we don't know, that is called unknown value, and for the unknown value we are using variable. So here they told thrice a number. Thrice a number means 3 times a number. Okay, 3 times a number, that means 3x is 48. So that means the answer is 48. So we have written the equation for this one, that is thrice a number is 48. Okay, now the next one. Next one is 2 times of a number added to 9. Read carefully. 2 times of a number added to 9. So 2 times a number is 2x added to 9. That means 9 plus 2x is 13. Okay, I read again. 2 times a number added to 9 gives result 13. Okay, now third one. 6 more than 1/4 a number. So we assume the number is x. Okay, it's 1/4. To find the 1/4, divide the number by 4. I repeat again. To find the 1/4 of any number, divide the number by 4. So the 1/4 a number, 6 more than. 6 more than, that means plus 6. Okay students, 6 more than, that means plus 6 is 12. Now we have written is 12. So according to the statement only we have to write the equation. Okay, now it's fourth part. Twice a number subtracted from 18. Subtracted from 18, that means 18 minus twice a number 2x gives result 0. So 18 minus 2x equals to 0. Fifth part, 1/9 of twice a number. Twice a number, that means 2x. 1/9, that means divide by 9 is 18. That means equal 8. Okay students, 1/9 of twice a number, 1/9 of a twice a number is 18. So we can write in this way. Then after its sixth part, sum of twice a number and 1/4 a number. Sum of twice a number, that means 2x. 1/4 a number, that means x by 4. Okay, is 81. That means equals to 81. Twice a number and 1/4 a number is 81. So students, like this we have to write the statement for the all the given parts. I have written statement till its sixth part. Okay, and you in this question there are 15 parts. So rest part you have to try to write the statement. Okay, now discuss the question number 3. In question number 3, they have given in the form of equation and we have to write the statement for them. Okay, the question is given in the form of equation. How? The first one, question number 3, first one, p plus 4, 15. How to write this one? So we can write a number 4 more than a number is 15. So we can write 4 more than a number is 15. Okay, otherwise you can write 4 added to a number is 15. So in this way, students, you can write the statement for the given one, and you can write this one. So a statement can be write in two ways. So you can use any way to write the statement. Okay, now the second part, they have given m minus 7 equals to 13. So we can write 7 subtracted from m is 13. 7 subtracted from m is 13. Next one, 2m equals to 7. So we can write twice a number is 7. Okay. Then after fourth part, m by 5 equals to 3. So we can write 1/5 of a number. 1/5 of a number is 3. So student, in this way we have to write the statement. And now we have finished the exercise, because I have discussed all the types of this question. In this exercise, 3 questions are given. First question, we have to find out that the given number, which one equation is a linear equation. In second question, the question is given in the form of statement and we have to write in equation. In question number 3, they have given equation to us and we have to write in the form of statement. So the sum parts from these 3 questions I have explained. So rest part, student, you have to try by yourself. Okay, and if you face any queries, you can ask students. Thank you.